Good morning, Alison.
Hi,
How are you?
good morning.
Good to
Sorry, I was
see you.
just cranking down the heat in here.
It's okay. Trust me, I've got my heat cranked up. I'm speaking to you from Toronto, so I think we're both in Canada, correct?
We are both in Canada.
Lovely. Well, we love the support that Hallmark gives us, I have to say. But let's start. We have so much to talk about in so little time. So I want to ask you, first of all, you look like you have just way too much fun making these films. But aside from having such a great time, think one of the major motivators for you two is the fans that have stuck by you since days, the fans that have watched all these Hallmark films. What is the reaction that you get from these fans? And you must just embrace it.
Yes, it is. But I can't believe how lucky I am. My whole career is based on the fans that have come with me since Days of Our Lives, since the beginning of Sammy.
Yeah.
And I am so grateful to them, but also I work really hard to honor that relationship and hear them and respond to their comments about the projects that I do. And I mean, honestly, even making Hannah Swensen still is because of the fans. They kept writing in, they kept commenting on my posts and on Hallmark posts and saying where are there going to be more Hannah Swensons, when are you doing more, and they kept this train going. So it's all thanks to the fans that these movies still happen, and I got to give them credit every chance I get because they're miracle workers.
Yeah, well, you're a big part of that for sure. We love watching you. Okay, so let's start off with Romance at Hope Ranch because we can't ignore the fact that your beautiful daughter is in this with you, and this is her first foray into acting. So I have to know, was it difficult for you to take off mom hat and just be executive producer and like what was that like for you, Allison?
To be honest, I'm not sure I was able to take off the mom hat to be the executive producer. I had a strange out of body experience doing it where I was like trying to focus on the scene and be an actor in the scene with her. And then, like, the whole time, there's a part of me that's sitting there removed, thinking,
Right.
I can't believe this is happening right now. Look how great she's doing. Oh, they're talking to her. She's talking to the director. I was taking pictures of her working with the director. Like, such a dorky mom, but it was a thrill. I loved it, and she was so great. I mean, so professional, so alive and there, and it was really fun to see her do it on her own, and to get so much good feedback from everyone who worked with her, saying that they enjoyed it.
Yeah, but how hard is it for you to keep your emotions in check? I mean, the storyline so much mirrors reality about, a kid going off to college. I mean, I know I have grown sons and it's not easy. So you're making this movie, but yet it's kind of, coordinating with your
Like,
real
true.
life, right?
Yes, yes, it's just sort of foreshadowing a little bit that what that real experience is going to be like, and it didn't really hit me until we were in that scene, and all of a sudden I just got all these feelings about what it's going to be like, and then that really was sort of almost an improv of Megan, like, pushing me out the door. She's like, oh, okay, mom, enough,
Yeah,
enough. And I was like, oh gosh, this
right.
is really what it's going to be like.
I'll be okay. Let me fly. It's all good.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. And as I said earlier, we know a lot of these Hallmark films are shot in Canada, which we are so grateful for. But this one you got to shoot in New Mexico. So what was that like for you?
Well, it was interesting and sort of a brave new world for us because it was a whole new crew and just a whole
Yeah.
new experience, a different lay of the land. Having filmed so many up here in Vancouver, you get used to it. I feel like I'm at home in Langley, and so
Yeah.
finding out the new locations was certainly part of the challenge, but the reward as well. Like, we wanted the feeling of New Mexico, and when you get there, you realize it's so beautiful and
Right.
different. And Ruidoso was just such a welcoming. They were thrilled to have us there. They had such great locations for us to shoot, such interesting vibe, because I think New Mexico, like Arizona, sort of has a lot of the deserty stuff people are accustomed to, like more like Albuquerque. But when you get up into the mountains, it's really mountainous and green and beautiful. And it is, there's even skiing up there. So it was just a really different place to be. And it was part of the magic of being there on this ranch, which actually was a
Beautiful.
ranch that Billy the Kid supposedly worked at in the
Wow.
1800s. So it has some history too.
That's really cool. I didn't know that. That is very,
Yeah.
very cool. Absolutely. And then moving on to the Hannah Swensen mystery, Sugar and Vice. What is it like for you to move from, the kind of the romance to doing something more like mystery based because listen, this is I think what the eighth installment now of the Hannah Swensen mysteries, I think. Yeah,
This is the eighth of the Hannah Swensen, but I've been playing this character for this will be 13 movies.
exactly. So what I'm thinking is like I go, this is like putting on a pair of comfortable shoes for you, I would think. Some slippers, right? Playing her?
Yes, yeah, I do feel very at home with this family. It's not unlike being in Salem with Days of Our Lives. Like you play a character that long and you feel like you know her. You know, it is just putting on a cozy coat and you just get right back into that character. And the whole town of Lake Eden and all these main characters feel that way. You know, we love working together. We're such a great group cast. It's so fun to be on set with everyone. Even if you haven't seen them in a year, it feels like no time is left and gone by, I should say.
Sure.
And so that makes it a lot of fun to do them, but also it's such a different series. You know, solving the mystery, of course, brings an element of danger and an element of excitement and tension. Just what's going to happen, and is this bad guy know that I'm after him? And so you do have some fun and some mystery and crime solving, but also the tension of maybe he's coming after me, and so you get a little
Right.
danger in there. But then also we do still tell a romance. You know, we have this
Yes.
ongoing
Yeah.
relationship between Hannah and Chad, and now Dolores and the sheriff are dating. So we
Yeah.
do like to keep all the things going at the same time. We like to, we love for the audience to feel like they could watch the movie again and again, even if they know who done it, because there's so much more to discover in these characters.
100%. I have to say, back in the day, I used to work at Global Television that airs still to this day, Days of Our Lives, and I was able to do a lot of set visits and stuff. And I know, you kind of Sammy. She's not completely gone. She pops in and out, and we saw you last year because sadly because of the death of Drake Hogeston. God, that's
Yeah.
terrible. But what was it
Yeah.
like for you to be able to go back whenever you can and just be with this family who have really pretty much raised you, my dear? It's
Yes,
amazing.
that is how it feels. I do feel like they're my family. It feels like going home to a family reunion every time I go back. I do have every amount of time that goes by that I haven't been there, I get more nerves because there's so much dialogue, and Sammy has always been someone who talks a lot. So the last time I went back and had those scenes with Johnny
Yeah,
about basically, and I told everyone here, I was like, oh, I'm basically summarizing, 20 years of my character on the show
yeah,
in like 6 scenes. And luckily for me, I remember most of it. I can pretty much, tell it to you now if you know what I mean. So that helps a lot, but still, it's a lot of memorizing and not a lot of time. And they think they move fast here on these movies, and I look around like, come on, people. Like on soaps, we would already be 4 scenes down the line right now. So I just worry that I'm losing my edge when I go back to Days. If maybe I will have lost a step in memorizing. But every day, every time they welcome me, and I fit right back in. So
oh
it's
no,
been
I always
great so far.
I always wonder about that because you get such a lesson working on a soap. I mean, how much dialogue you have to memorize every day. How has that helped you going forward with all the stuff that you do now? How did you get that in
Oh,
your
it,
head?
it served me so well. The lessons I've learned at Days has helped me in everything I do. I think about Deidre Hall all the time and
Oh,
the
she's
lessons she taught me when I
yeah,
first started working there, and how grateful I am because she, right from the beginning, helped me understand that there's so much technicality to being on an actor on TV, and there are plenty of actors who kind of just don't worry about it, and their method is they have to stay in the character and like let the cameraman figure out how they're going to do their job. But
yeah,
Dee came to it with a global philosophy of like, if you're doing the greatest performance, but you're not in your light or you're not on camera, then they're going to make you do it again. Like
sure,
no matter how good you were. And I
yeah.
just thought that was such great advice. It stayed with me my entire career, and it has served me so well that I just pay attention to what other departments are talking about, what they're doing, and where is that next shot going to be, and so where do I stand? So I just have always had a real awareness of what all the other departments are doing, so that I can make it can help me do my job better.
Yeah, amazing. Well, you do it phenomenally. You look like, you make it look effortless, Alison. I just got to say,
Thank
totally
you.
effortless. What a thrill to be able to talk to you today. Thank you so much for everything. We love these shows here in Canada. Can't wait to get it out to everybody. And I really do appreciate your time. Thank you so much. Appreciate it.
Thank you so much. Fun talking to you.
You too, Alison. Take care. Have a great day. Bye-bye.
Yeah.